The TV series Love Like the Galaxy, adapted from the novel of the same name, is currently on the air. In the latest plot, Chung Shaosheng and Ling Buyi are about to get married, but their love road is quite bumpy. And before the 3 days of their wedding, there was an accident that ruined everything. While watching TV series, I always felt that Ling Buyi was a very pitiful person. Although he had a strong aura, he still couldn't hide the cruelty of his fate. In the past 21 years of his life, he has never spoken or laughed carefreely. It was only after meeting Chung Shaosheng that he became cheerful and lively. Chung Shaosheng is a light in his cruel fate, a light that can heal his inner pain. But unfortunately, the good times did not last long. Ho Junhwa's death completely destroyed the only peace in his heart. In the contradiction between love and hate, finally hate triumphs over love. Ling Buyi actually killed his enemy 3 days before the wedding and became a wanted criminal overnight. From the very beginning of the play, Ling Buyi has been investigating the Fallen Gu City massacre case, which happened more than 10 years ago, where all his family members and relatives were killed in front of his eyes. During the investigation, even though the culprit was caught by chance, even before the results of the examination were obtained, the criminal committed suicide. The clues that were finally obtained were interrupted. The truth of the original Ho family annihilation is that the important officials in the army colluded with the enemy and betrayed the country, creating a massacre case which led to the destruction of the Ho family. No doubt his original name was Ho Wushang and his biological father is General Ho Chong. When he was 5 or 6 years old, the Ho family was framed by Ho Junhwa's husband Ling Yi. Ho Junhwa is the younger sister of Ho Chong and an aunt of Ho Wushang. During the incident back then, Ho Wushang was taken away by Ho Junhwa to the countryside in order to protect the only bloodline of Ho family, and he was given the name Ling Buyi. Actually, the real Ling Buyi is the son of Ling Yi and Ho Junhwa, who was a sick child and was killed during that incident because they mistook him for Ho Wushang. It happened because Ho Wushang was wearing Ling Buyi's clothes and Ling Buyi was wearing Ho Wushang's clothes. Also, they look alike. And I feel like Ho Junhwa is the most pitiful person in this show. She had a harder time than Chung Shaosheng. She watched her father, brother and relatives die in front of her eyes, watched her 6-year-old son die tragically, and watched her husband's conspiracy succeed. For revenge, she acted like a crazy person for many years. Ho Junhwa's personality changed greatly under the double blow of her husband's collaborating with the enemy, the bereaved son and the bereaved family. Not to mention that Ling Yi took Ho Junhwa's back then to climb up higher positions and status, and now he has taken her life. This incident makes realize Ling Buyi that he must avenge the dead family. In order to revenge Ho Junhwa and other Ho family, Ling Buyi broke into Ling Yi's house with black armor with guards, which coincided with Ling Yi's 50th birthday. Ling Yi was certain that Ling Buyi would not dare to kill him, but he thought wrongly this time. In the original book, Ling Buyi's tone was soft, but it became more and more creepy. Ali was wearing my clothes and was pierced by a sharp spear, and then lifted it up high and inserted it into the city head. Uncle, you have forgotten all about this, isn't it? You didn't do it alone. You 3 brothers worked together and acted separately. The one who led the enemy into the city, the one who slaughtered women and children, and you. While my father was unprepared, you waited for an opportunity to kill him. You may not know about it, but I was hiding in the dark pavilion in my father's study at that time. I have to avenge the every dead family. No matter how many roads I have, I can only take this one. It can be seen that all the way through, the belief in revenge has kept him alive, and no one can talk to him. Ever since the day he became Ling Buyi, he has been trapped in that lonely city all the time. Ling Yi never thought that the son he had raised for more than 20 years was the son of the enemy, and his own real son died from his own knife. In this way, Ling Buyi finally takes his revenge. During the incident, Chung Shaosheng found Ling Buyi and she wanted to share the responsibility with him. But for the safety of Chung Shaosheng, Ling Buyi jumped off the cliff by himself because he didn't want to implicate her in that deadly matter. After this, he was exiled to the northwest by the emperor as a punishment.